Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we are talking about the newest rank Verthandi on the global server. She's a fun character to control with a fast-paced combat style. So let's dive right in and go over her skills, mechanics and so on. Verthandi is Divine Grace type unit dealing light damage. Her normal attack consists of 5 strikes. Each hit grants her Divine Grace and 1 dawn point at the same time. You can check the dawn points right above the HP bar, where you'll see a blaze-shaped mark. You can stack up to 100 dawn points, and when the mark reaches full points, it will start glowing. Skill 1 deals damage, grants Divine Grace, and gives her 9 dawn points. It also triggers a follow-up skill. The follow-up skill deals damage, grants Divine Grace, and an additional 16 dawn points. However, if the follow-up skill is not used, it's replaced by another skill. You can check by skill icon or by her weapon glows. This replaced skill also deals damage and grants 9 dawn points. Additionally, it expands all Divine Grace to boost the skill's damage. After using this replaced skill, you can trigger a follow-up skill 3 for additional damage. Skill 2 works same as skill 1. It deals damage, grants Divine Grace, and 10 dawn points. It also triggers a follow-up skill granting Divine Grace and 16 dawn points. Reflected skill grants 10 dawn points and expands all Divine Grace to boost the skill's damage. Follow-up skill 3 is available after reflected skill. Skill 3 can be launched when you have full dawn points. Once you activate it, Verthandi deals the damage and enters the decision state. This resets the cooldown for skill 1 and skill 2 and continuously consumes dawn points, and decision state ends when the dawn points are fully expanded. During the decision state, her first, third, and final strike of normal attack get extra damage with Hand of Judgment. Her follow-up and replaced skill 1 and 2 also gain an extra damage bonus. Ultimate skill deals damage and increases the light damage of team and mode index multiplier of ultimate skill. Ultimate skill chain with Hera gives an additional damage buff for whole team and critical rate buff to Verthandi. Extremity dodge while moving triggers 0 time. Dodge without moving allows Verthandi to block enemy attacks. If she successfully blocks an attack, you can press the normal attack button to trigger a counter attack. This counter attack grants 5 Divine Grace and reduces the cooldown for skill 1 and skill 2. If 0 time is not on cooldown, the counter attack will also trigger it. As you can see, the mainly used code is red code, but let's briefly check on the other options first. The blue code enhances her normal attack. After the third strike, her weapon will glow briefly. If you press normal attack at the timing, it triggers a slash motion attack, and the last strike of her normal attack can trigger follow-up skill 3. If follow-up or replace the skill 1 or 2 are not used, the cooldowns for skill 1 and 2 are reduced. However, the blue code's overall damage output is lower than the red code. The yellow code enhances counter attacks and adds blocking abilities to her skills. Counter attack in the yellow code can trigger slash motion attacks. Additionally, all her skills can block enemy attacks at the start of their animations, and successful blocks add bonus damage to the skills. Also, replace the skill deals more damage. However, it's easy to get hit while trying to block the attack with skills, and replace the skill requires a split second of waiting to be triggered. So if you want to have a fast-paced combat, you may not like this code. The red code enhances the decision state. Decision state provides the attack buff in the red code. In this state, skill 1 and skill 2 only trigger their replaced skill, so the tempo of the battle becomes faster, as we don't need to wait a split second to trigger replaced skill. Combo in red code is quite simple. Start with skill 1 and follow-up skill, then use skill 2 and follow-up skill. While those skills are on cooldown, use normal attacks. Once the cooldown is up, Divine Grace is about to fully charged. So use skill 1 and its replaced skill, followed by follow-up skill 3 to consume Divine Grace for more damage. Then use skill 2 and follow-up skill. This will fully charge the dawn points, allowing you to enter decision state by using skill 3. If you miss some attacks and lag of dawn points, quickly use normal attack to fully charge it. In this state, use normal skill, reflect skill, and follow-up skill 3. Use normal attack while skills are on the cooldown, and try to use counter attack 2 for skills cooldown and additional Divine Grace. Signature.functor can increase the total damage output with additional damage and reducing the light resistance of enemy. The only additional function is reset the cooldown of skill 1 and 2 when you get into modified mode, so this will not change the playstyle or combo. Also, you can get Signature.functor for free from the event, so use Genjun.functor first, then switch to the Signature.functor later. For Sigils, it keeps Cycle of Time from this version's event along with Vastness of Heaven, which added during the Lu banner. Just in case if you don't know how to get Sigils from previous event, go to Collapsed Area in the event farming map and you press here. You can choose the Sigil you want to farm based on the day of the week or wait for the weekend when all Sigils are available. For Enchants, go for usual deal options. For Warp, check out the recommendations on the screen. You can add Hera for the ultimate skill chain. For the third slot, you can use another supporters or Lu with the yellow code. And that wraps up our Verthandi guide. With one free copy of Verthandi and her Signature.functor available, it's easy to upgrade her to SS rank this time. She will also help to clear iterative testing for light damage stage, so try to get and invest a bit on her this time. Anyway, thank you so much for watching as always, and see you in the next one. Bye guys.